Okay, hi everybody. People have been asking me to let them have a quick look at the new Carenado Citation 550. Here it is. Nice airplane. We're sitting at St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada. We're going to make a 10-minute flight over to Hamilton using the GTN 750 in it with a precision approach. I did a video showing how to do a visual approach. Now we're going to try doing a precision approach. We're going to do an LPV, I forget what that's called, something vertical approach, and it will guide you right down to the runway just like an ILS approach. And like an ILS, we're going to fly at 2,000 feet because if you're too high, like 3,000 feet, it won't pick it up. So you got to be at the right altitude, and it's only a 10-minute flight, so we'll try and hold it at 2,000 to see if the Garmin picks up the approach. So first of all, I'll show you the lighting on the panel. We got one over here. We got to shut off this thing here to get at that one control, so we'll click on there and make this go away. And that's this one right here, and that puts some, so you can turn it right up, it gives you lights like that, so we just put it about like that.
On runway 24,
switch.
On runway 24.
And these other ones, this one's for the captain's dials, and then the next one's for the middle, next one's for the co-pilot, and the last one over here is for the fuses. See them on the side getting lit up. So we'll put on our landing lights for takeoff. And there we're kind of, that's kind of bright. I'm going to turn that down a bit. But like that should be nice. And go to our Garmin. We'll set up our precision approach into Hamilton. Runway 30, I think we'll take. So the way you do that is you go to your flight plan, enter Hamilton. Well, we're going to go into, I think we'll go to Pelpa first. Like that one. And then we'll go to Hamilton. Because Pelpa will pick up the approach.
Circuit 670, say one more time, please.
CYHM. There it is right there. So that's our flight plan. Now we just have to add the approach.
Most likely you can expect from my straight right, full length.
Approach.
And the current SID is the O'Hare 4 departure.
Runway 30, LPV, and like I say, it's like an ILS, so you have to be at the right altitude. So we're going to fly at 2,000 feet. And we'll load it and won't activate it.
It was water C4651, is that right?
And we're set up
Stand by, I'm looking for it.
our autopilot.
On runway 24. On runway 24.
Yaw damper. Nav. Altitude. And all we have to do now is click this button right here to get it going.
Have to have the company refile.
So, away we go. I'll let you see in the back seat here. Let's look in the back seat. Get rid of this, we don't need this.
Western Global 0601, heavy O'Hare clearance, zero cleared Louisville Airport via the O'Hare 4 departure. Expect radar vectors to
This thing has an awful lot of torque.
then direct intersection Darcy, and then has filed. Find via SID for 6547.
Here to Louisville
I gotta
via
put on one
O'Hare
notch
4.
flat.
Radar vector then direct Darcy at 5 Cambiare
4,000 feet remaining.
This thing takes off like a rocket.
Global 0601, heavy readback is correct.
3,000 remaining. 2,000 remaining.
Gear up. Flaps up. Open up our autopilot. Get our 2,000 feet and uplift this thing.
Thank you.
Should pick it up. Right there.
Pull up.
Thing should have grabbed it right again. There, she's got it now. Kind of touchy. Take a look outside. Want to slow it down a bit. It's got air, it's got speed brakes on the wings. I turned it off for takeoff, but I've got, let's see if I get full screen here for you. Rid of that silly bar at the bottom. I've got, I can brighten it up a little bit here. I got fly with Lou. I got that Passengers FX. It's actually set up for the big Boeings and stuff because it has stewardesses. See if I can turn it on here. Give you the passengers.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be starting our in-flight entertainment system on the screens in front of you and on the ones on the front of the cabin. You can turn on additional features such as subtitles, as well as adjust the language using your remote.
So there was a stewardess. You got all kinds of different stuff. You can hear toilets flushing. And this is over southern Ontario. It's pretty flat farmland. Got a little bit of haze. 1,900 feet, so we should be able to pick up the approach. We're at the right altitude. So you can't be too high. If you're too high, you go right over it. It won't pick it up. Now it's turning on to the approach. We go into our autopilot, select approach, I can put those the yoke back on so you can make it look a little better. Nice airplane. Onto the approach. See here, the needles are going to line up. You have to keep one eye on your airspeed here. Don't let it get down below 100. Bug there for 120. That's for takeoff, but on approach you can let her get down to 100. She won't start shaking until you get down around 80. See, we're lined up for our runway 30. Up here, holding 1900. You gotta look around here to see the inside. Close that door. I think this is your radar altitude, and this is your barometric altitude. Lake Ontario. Toronto is way over here. This is Toronto over here. This is Hamilton. That's where we're heading. This is the airport off in the distance. So GoPed, this will be our last waypoint before the runway. If we hit GoPed, we should start automatically losing altitude. Took me a while to figure this thing out. A lot of work. Now all these things, these are wind turbines. If you click on one, tell you what it is here. It's a wind turbine. It's at 1,160 feet. And you notice it's yellow. That means we'll just clear it. These white ones we're well above them. See them white, those are transmission lines, I think. I think that's a transmission line. Tower, obstacle. 800 feet is transmission line. If it's white, you're well above them. If it's yellow, means you're going to clear them by a few hundred feet. But if they're red, you're going to run into them. And this Carenado Citation comes with thrust reversers on it too, which is kind of cool. And another thing I discovered with the plane, if you go into your keyboard settings for your brakes, you got two choices. You got regular brakes or you got full application brakes. Set your brakes for regular, because if you got full application brakes on your keyboard, they're so intense that the plane starts shuddering like it's like double vision. So I found the way to correct that is just put it on regular brakes. So if you find your plane doing that, you know how to fix it. And if you go here, I got a setup here. You can set your trim to take off, but I found out this thing almost takes off vertically, so instead of setting it here, I set it here in the middle of these two arrows. It's a lot less intense, otherwise you're pointed at the moon when you take off. And you see the runway up ahead of us here. So we're 4.6 nautical miles from GoPed, which is our last waypoint to the runway. See right here, runway 30. And here's your visual approach. If you wanted to do a visual approach, you can click on this. And now I've got to go into my procedures. My approach. Activated. We're a little low altitude. I think we're still good. I should be about 2100. But it even warns you down here that you're low for the approach. That's okay. We got the approach on. Could bring it up a couple hundred feet, but I think we're good right here, so I'll just leave it.
The captain has turned on the seatbelt sign. Please return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt.
Gear down. Flaps 1. watch my airspeed.
Flaps. Flaps.
Flaps 2.
1,000.
Plane is on autopilot. I'm not landing it. It's landing itself. You see our altitude right here is bleeding off.
Approaching 30.
retard, 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 retard.
Flight attendants, disarm doors. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our destination. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. Please check around you for any personal belongings. Please also use caution when opening the overhead lockers, as heavy articles may have shifted during the flight. On behalf of the flight crew, thank you for flying with us, and have a pleasant day.
And there you have it. I can turn that stewardess volume up and down. Right now we're in Hamilton. And that's the Carenado Citation. So I'll end it here to save some time on the video. This is a nice airport too, well modeled. Anyway, have a nice day, folks.